Hello and welcome back to our series, Constant Change Requires Leaders to Excel in the Basics. Today, as we continue our discussion related to team and employee feedback, we look closer at turning the traditional approach of the annual performance appraisal on its head and offering achievement reviews instead. It's a logical step if we've already adopted the learnings from the previous 5 leadership basics. And by now your team should be motivated and heavily engaged whilst working on their assigned and chosen tasks. They will be able to see and share their progress and at the same time receive ongoing and immediate feedback. Hence the need to conduct that one-off annual performance review is greatly diminished. Instead, we turn this event into an opportunity to celebrate the success for each employee as they've been experiencing it. Given that we're at the halfway juncture of this series, however, and before plunging headlong into the topic, let's quickly recap on what we've covered in the first 5 topics. Topic 1 was all about understanding your place in the team, looking at 9 key stakeholders and how to manage and set expectations. Topic 2 was about motivating your future team, turning our focus to one of the key stakeholders and learning about 7 primary considerations to achieving positive and sustainable motivation. Topic 3 was about being creative with our delegated techniques, introducing task prioritization and the correct assessment of those tasks by incorporating activities of choice and showcasing progress and team collaboration. For topic 4, we spoke about SMART rules and reward goals, modernizing that traditional SMART goal setting tool by adopting an online gamer's mindset to enable immediate gratitude and feedback, and hopefully at least on a weekly basis. For the final topic, topic 5, we spoke about feedback strategies, where we looked at the importance of everyone learning to solicit feedback, whether that's informal or formal. And for the leaders, we offered several tools to improve their ability to prepare and deliver. And one last item, before we start our discussion on replacing the traditional performance review through our look in topic 6 at the alternative called achievement reviews, I'd first like to turn our attention to technology and the use of web and mobile-based applications that offer instant real-time feedback to employees and the leader alike. In addition, many of these applications offer a modern version of the 360-degree employee assessment. This approach is being adopted by more and more organizations, from startups through to Fortune 500 companies. And awareness of the practice was recently showcased by Tony Robbins in his interview with Ray Dalio, who explains the process adopted within his company, Bridgewater, and the tremendous value through the use of this feedback application and what it's brought to his employees and the company. Essentially, during any given period, whether it's a meeting or at any time when the system is open, an employee or the leader is able to provide feedback in relation to each of the other team members. The receiving team member can receive this feedback immediately and react or adjust accordingly. So I'm sure that you can start to see the connection here to the approach we introduced in the previous topics with our gaming world and weekly meetings. You'll find various links on this technology in the transcript blog on our site, A Mentor's Couch. So we're now ready to tackle our feature topic by throwing out tradition and the annual performance review process and replacing it with our approach, which turns the focus towards successes rather than improvement gaps or failures. To kickstart this, we look at long-standing motivational theories. How many of you recall in topic 2 that we spoke about a number of these motivational theories? One of those was the needs theory, or the acquired needs theory, from David McClellan. From his research, he concluded that people have motivating drivers that are directly linked to needs regardless of age, gender, culture, or race. And he identified 4 of these needs as achievement, affiliation, power, and avoidance. McClellan also developed an iceberg model using the McClellan motivational theory. The iceberg model looks at a person's visible behaviour, their knowledge and skills, and the underlying unexpressed and unconscious deeper layers. It provides an insight into the learned needs of someone by the McClellan motivational theory and links this to what this person does, i.e. whatever sits above that waterline in the iceberg model, and what they think and want sits below that water level. In short, we want to utilise these learnings from this theory and the model to understand how we can maintain our employees' motivation during that dreaded once or twice year event, depending on the HR system, but ensuring that we focus on achievement, affiliation and power, being careful not to trigger any hidden, i.e. below the water, reaction in the minds of our team. Rather than go cold turkey and turn off the performance evaluation mentality all at once, we're going to provide here a soft transition, offering an interim step for those who might feel a little bit more comfortable doing this more gradual. Therefore, we discuss, first as a practice, something that's become quite popular in recent years, and that is the use of 360-degree feedback. This traditional method has always been quite costly to perform where there's been large volumes of participants involved. Therefore, it's tended to be conducted less frequently and for special occasions such as leadership or talent development, and perhaps with some coaching scenarios. Fortunately, with the evolution in technology, it's also had an impact in many areas of HR assessment platforms. And with it, we can find relatively lower cost 360-degree assessment options for businesses. The concept, however, remains similar. The person seeking feedback will request input via a questionnaire related to their performance. Typically, in addition to rating themselves, they seek input from their peers, their direct reports, their immediate boss, and in some situations, they may look to the broader stakeholder group and involve customers or suppliers. There's considerable advantage in this approach over and above the one-on-one performance review, as the cross-section of respondents provide a balanced means of comparative feedback, which is easier for the employee to accept and offers greater insights than what the leader may be able to provide themselves. The real challenge, however, when using this approach is to ensure that the results are interpreted correctly and the feedback is with concrete actions as an outcome. The downside to the 360-degree assessment process is that it's seldom specific to an individual's role or their task and tends to be more centered around their personality. The final method, however, addresses that issue and is therefore our preferred concept for all semi-annual and annual reviews. We call it the achievement review. Remember the McClellan's needs theory here. As the name implies, leaders will meet with the employee to acknowledge their successes during the past 6 or 12 months. If this leader has adopted our methods from topics 1 to 5, then this is simply a consolidation activity of all the tasks and the projects conducted and completed and discussed weekly throughout the year. The meeting will still be done initially in private as a one-on-one exercise. And continuing on from the earlier online gaming phenomenon, the results of each employee and their successful projects, of course, will be known already to the other team members. And therefore, we can also make this visible to the entire team and thus create the form of a competition, but also offering the opportunity for continued immediate gratitude and feedback from the whole team. Again, remember McClellan's theory and the affiliation and power needs. Through this model, you skillfully satisfy all 3 motivational needs, and it's a result based on the visible behaviour, i.e. above that waterline. But at the same time, you're still shaping the thoughts and the wants below that waterline level. The outcome is reinforcement of great performance, which becomes somewhat self-perpetuating for the employee, and a sustained results-driven team. Hopefully you're able to see how each of these 6 topics feed into and support each other. It's not a linear approach, but it's a truly powerful combination of parallel skills and activities. In short, an excellent way to end topic 6 and our focus on feedback. Well, almost. In topic 7, we acknowledge that even the best leaders and their teams have moments where not everything goes as scripted. There's always those times when individuals express or demonstrate their disapproval about a situation. It's, of course, human nature and part of everyone's DNA. If you remember the learnings from the SCARF model, you'll recall that we each have our own unique personal behaviour preferences, which ensures that we can perceive situations differently just as easily as a threat as we can a reward. It's therefore not likely that every member of the team will always agree with everything the leader wants, needs, or says. So in the next video, we'll look at this reality and explore ways to deal with it, from handling conflict to turning the situation into a problem-solving exercise and something that everyone can learn and grow from. We hope you're enjoying this series so far and have already subscribed to our video channel, Mentors Rant, and even better, our podcast channel, Couch Talk. If not, we'd love to have you join us and also receive your feedback and thoughts about these videos, podcasts and blogs, so please take a moment and leave a comment below. Here's hoping that your day as an elevator escalator tribal executive is productive, fruitful and safe. Bye for now.